A reading from the Gospel according to John. If I testify about myself, my testimony is not true. There is another who testifies on my behalf, and I know that his testimony to me is true. You sent messengers to John, and he testified to the truth. Not that I accept such human testimony, but I say these things so that you may be saved. He was a burning and shining lamp, and you were willing to rejoice for a while in his light. But I have testimony greater than John's. The works of my Father he has given to me to complete. The very works that I am doing testify on my behalf that my Father has sent me. And the Father who has sent me has himself testified on my behalf. You have never heard his voice or seen his form, and you do not have his word abiding in you, because you do not believe in him who has sent me. You search the scriptures because you think in them you'll have eternal life, and it is they that testify on my behalf, yet you refuse to come to have life. I do not accept glory from human beings, but I know that you do not have the love of God in you. I have come in my Father's name, and you do not accept me. If another comes in his own name, you will accept him. How can you believe when you accept glory from one another and not seek the glory that comes from the one who alone has come from God? Do you not think that I will accuse you before the Father? Your accuser is Moses, on whom you have set your hope. If you believed Moses, you would believe me, for he wrote about me. But if you do not believe what he wrote, how will you believe what I say? The Gospel of the Lord. It's not an easy gospel today to really ascertain an understanding straight away, and I read it several times before I filmed this. What I got most from it was the people that Jesus was speaking to. He was sort of saying to them, you're looking for me and you're looking for my Father in the wrong place. Not that there's anything wrong with trying to find Jesus or God in the scriptures, particularly this time, when we're in the year of the Word. It's a fantastic place. But these people that Jesus was speaking to, had him right in front of them, and he wouldn't believe. And I wondered, maybe, do we look for Jesus in the wrong place? I know personally, sometimes I'm a real bad person, that my relationship with Jesus is more on a bargaining tool. Like, if you do this for me, then I'll definitely do this and this. And we're not seeking the face of Christ by doing that. We're in testing times at the moment, and there's a lot of confusion and worry. And are we thinking perhaps has Jesus or God abandoned us in this time? And that's absolutely not true, because we don't need to bargain with Jesus. In this time, there are still things to be thankful for and have that kind of relationship with Jesus. Can you be thankful for spending more time with your family, with your pets, for time to sit down and read a book? In these confusing times, it's offered up so much opportunity to do things that generally we don't have time to do. When things come back to normal, we long for 3 o'clock on a Friday afternoon when we're sat on the sofa reading a book, as opposed to being in our last lesson at school, or the pressures of going to an extracurricular club where actually I can just go and have a bath in the afternoon. Let's be thankful for the things that we still have, and remember to thank Jesus and not to look for him in the wrong places, because he is still here. He's still with us.